Alone? Oh, you want to go like? Okay.
I don't know. I mean, just because that's what we're here to do it, but no.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can run the program.
Or something from it. Just pull it.
Yeah.
From a good suit for a duo next week.
I told her that there's no way I'm going to pay the
Save
Save it?
Gem a little bit. Yeah, I don't
All
want to
right,
give it all away. at the
Hold on,
beginning,
your
man.
gig. You're calling me.
All right. Hey, welcome to Happy Hour.
Oh,
This
I'm,
is going to be as surprising
I'm
for
not
us
put
as
my
it is
big
for you.
toe. I got 70
Yeah, let me go.
but it's going to be a hot one.
Evan.
Yeah. The jet stream. The Gulf Stream.
So Darren and I have found ourselves alone together here. We are. Do we have an update, or we just?
Yeah,
we
I
can go.
thought it was a 7 o'clock start. So he said it'll be here about 6:30.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
This is as fun as it's gonna get right here. It might get into that should is gonna get more fun, but we're gonna have plenty of good times right here with what we got. So we're gonna move right along here and get into some Charlie Parker music. So I'm glad you all are here for all this. We always try to get one near the beginning that's Charlie Parker tune, bird tune for the Bird and Beckett bookstore, because why wouldn't you do that? So that was a bird tune called, what do they call that one? Relaxing at Camarillo, which has got some backstory that you might want to find out about. We had all this music that we thought we were going to play, and we're about to play some more of it. Let's go right down the list here, and we'll add bass when appropriate. This next one is a Wayne Shorter tune called Night Dreamer.
use this one over here.
Yeah, man. You gotta sing if you know.
Oh yeah.
That's the vocal mic.
Indeed. All right. So yeah, so welcome to Bird and Beckett. Is this live into the house? You guys hear me?
Yep.
From the speaker? Now I know what it's like to be up here dazzled by the bright lights. So yeah, so we've been presenting music here at Bird and Beckett for quite a few years now. There were occasional dates in probably 2000, maybe even 1999, and by 2002, this fellow over here was here on pretty much a weekly basis by the end of 2002. And he's never really left the stage. He has actually a little palette back there. And, you know, we give him intravenous fluids once in a while when he needs it. So Scott Foster over there on guitar. Yeah, so in late 2002, we started doing music here every Friday evening. A fellow named Chuck Peterson came to me and said if we would give him a venue to bring his friends in to play every week, or his friends, his colleagues, you know, they were all professionals, that he'd make sure we'd have musicians, and he'd make sure we made up the difference between what the audience could put up and what we ought to do to pay the musicians, and he did that a lot. He actually had a royalty stream from I want to say Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, but what is the song, the Mike Curb congregation song? Oh, you got to know it. It's Chuck Peterson. You know, come on, the Mike Curb congregation, massive hit. Spirit in the Sky. Who said that? Who said that? So yeah, Spirit in the Sky. He said when the Volvo commercial came along and used it, the checks, you know, they refer to it as mailbox money, you know. So yeah, so Chuck put together first a trio, and Scott was often part of that. Bass player named Don Prell. He was kind of almost the hiring, what do you call it, the contractor out at the boat club. He'd basically, people would come out to the Bayview Boat Club and play with him on a Tuesday night or something, gig that he had. And so, yeah, so they kept tapping Scott for the thing. At the same time, there were other people trying to get Sunday gigs once in a while, and a singer named Dorothy Lefkowitz would come in, and her friends from the opera would hear her at the Octavia Lounge, and they tried to convince me that I had to give Dorothy like a monthly gig. So I kind of did that, and she had a drummer named Jimmy Ryan who was on those gigs, and Jimmy was like sitting in this bookstore playing. It was the little bookstore down the street, and he sees this little flyer for Chuck Peterson Trio. He says, Chuck Peterson, I know Chuck Peterson. So Jimmy came along and joined the band on the Friday nights. So then it was a quartet. And then Chuck really kind of wanted a little bit more balance on the front line, so he always would have another tenor player on the front line. So that, I think initially that was probably Bill Perkins was the first of those. And later there was a succession. Howie DeDoon was one. Ray Lockley was one. We had trombone. Rick Elmore would come along. So every Friday evening, all those years, and it always relied on the audience. Am I getting to the point? To the audience. You know, I thought there was somewhere I was going with this. You know, letting us pay the musicians decently. We didn't pay them very well initially. You know, we might have paid them $35 a piece or something if we were lucky. That was for a trio or a quartet. And one of the musicians pointedly said one time, "Yeah, that's great. You know, this is what we were getting in the '60s, $50 a gig." That's not, you know. And frankly, they still kind of struggle with that here and there around town. There's some action trying to get that to change more globally. I mean, to say within the city globally, because we are a global city here. Anyway, so there's something called the Independent Musicians Alliance that's working on it. Local 6 has realized, oh, well, we ought to organize the freelance musicians, actually. We shouldn't really just be the union of the symphony players. So I think they saw that we were kind of starting to get, like, a lot of the independent players to sort of at least consider organizing a little bit. And they said, oh, we better poach on that territory. But in the kindest way and the most sincere way, and they've been extremely, extremely helpful. There's an organizer that they brought on, Hannah Kuhn, and she's working with us very closely. We got a survey here. You guys should fill out if you haven't already filled out. We'll have a party here on the 22nd for the Wages and Working Conditions Committee, who's gotten the survey together, and we managed to get Supervisor Dean Preston to agree to carry some legislation to get inserted in the city charter a provision that would say that if a musician is hired to work on a job that has city funding, if the city has given this festival or that festival money to put on their program, they can't get away with not paying the musician something they call a prevailing wage. So that's huge. The Stagehands Union kind of pioneered that, so it's already in the city charter for them. And so Preston's office, we sat down with them and they said, yeah, usually anything we put up, homeless issue, we're just used to getting swatted down over and over and over again. It'd be nice to carry something that maybe has a chance of getting some backing. They won't stop on the homeless thing. Preston's a good guy. That's a good thing. So anyway, so that's in the works. It's called it's called the Fair Play Initiative. So watch for that and tell your supervisors to get behind that. There seems to be a fair amount of confidence they'll be able to get a good complement of supervisors to approve that. So we're very hopeful. I don't think Preston's really announced it yet, so I'm raining on his parade or something like that. So anyway, but all these years we've been able to attract really good musicians because we have sincerely tried to pay them as decently as we can. There's an organization called Jazz in the Neighborhood that helped us with that for a while. When the pandemic came along, we just went ahead and did it ourselves, a standard that's still not livable, but a better wage than people can sort of expect on a garden variety gig, with the assumption that they'll get good gigs that actually pay a decent amount of money and carry them most of the time. But if they have to work these little bookstores, it'd be nice if there was a standard. So push that up a little bit. During the pandemic, I just had solo performers for obvious reasons. And then we had duos when they cohabitated, and then we had trios when it was somewhat agreed, for whatever reason I didn't ask, that it would be okay if they were all sharing the space. And we did various things. We had some plexiglass panels and this and that. But as long as it was really small groups, we went ahead and paid this $150 standard per musician. And after that, we've continued to stick to it. Because we have a really good donor base, and because at various points we've had pretty good grant support. Not at the moment, but Zellerbach's behind us right now. That's really good. And also Fleischhacker. Those are relatively smaller grants, but they help a lot. But what it mostly happens is we've developed a donor base that really believes in what we're trying to do. And so you all do as much as you can so that we don't exhaust what the donors have given us. And we'll make up the difference. So I'm really just killing time while we're waiting for Hesh to pull up at the stage. Okay, so they're like, is he ever gonna shut up? But I had all that to say anyway. So there you go. Yeah. How's your lip? Great. He's ready to go. Darren Johnston.
That's good. Yeah. Thank you, Eric. That's true, though. We usually give the brass players a little rest, and Darren has been playing nonstop. We're going to play another tune. This is a tune, I don't speak Portuguese, but I think it translates to slightly out of tune. My theme song. Did anyone mention Darren Johnston is here today? Oh my God. Yeah. A lot of music coming from this side of the stage. Appreciate it. We were gonna hit a couple of our favorite composers, but we could also do other things. Want to hit some Strayhorn? We had we threw out a couple of tune ideas, and Darren threw some Thelonious Monk and Billy Strayhorn at me, so I threw some right back at him because how could you can't overdo that. So sounds like we're gonna do some Billy Strayhorn for you right now. So here it is. No spoilers, but y'all seem to be paying attention, but you won't want to pay attention right here. This is going to be something.
a silver lining, how it keeps reminding me of a memory that's haunting me in some quiet nook. I go through its pages and peruse this ageless tale about a love that failed to ever become true. On this page is the date of that fateful night at 8, when I first found you're no longer in love. After that, there's nothing more, just a dark and futile door that blocks out the stars above. In my little book, I've inscribed your heart vows. But since we're apart now, this and that last sweet kiss are all I've left of you. They're all I've left of you. In my little book, I've inscribed your heart vow. Oh, but since we're apart now, this and that last sweet kiss are all I've left of you.
It's getting more exciting every second up here. All right.
We're cooking, man. What's up? Yay. Beautiful song, man. Hey, give it up for Darren.
Yeah, Johnston. We're just gonna give you a little teaser of what it sounds like when you add bass to this already dynamic situation, and then we'll take a short break after that. This is gonna be something.
Let's come over this way. Yeah.
Okay, whatever you like. Just happen to be.
Where do you want to play?
You know, it's Darren Johnston. Now you know. If you didn't know, now you know. We got a special guest here, Heshima Williams. It's getting better all the time. My name's Scott. That's Eric. He might have a long story to tell you. We'll find out. No more stories? Okay. We're going to take a short break and be right back. Thank you.
That's right. Break time. All right, thank you so much. And you can tell there's going to be a lot more excitement. So don't go home. All right.
So he like got a little discouraged.
Oh man, I don't know. I remember when I put in. I just remember it was like COVID. I think it was COVID.
It was last year.
Oh, it was last year?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I had a COVID project. I'm like, oh, let's throw that in there.
And we did.
It's just like gonna be no face.
What is the system?
Yeah. So like, well, like, sort of. I mean, so right now, like,
good story for me, I promise. But here they are again. It's the second set. Do help us pay the band. That was the point of the first set announcement. And enjoy the music. Goes till 8 o'clock. They don't always start on time, but they always end on time. You know, it's an important maxim in the music business. They're not always unpaid, but they're rarely paid well. Okay, so yeah, so hire them for your private party and, you know, double and triple what they ask and they'll be happy. Okay, Scott Foster leading the charge. That's Scott Foster on guitar. You can applaud. We've got Heshima Mark Williams on bass. Darren Johnston on trumpet. You can catch Hesh in here many a time during the year. Also, Darren, we had Cloud Harvest. We had Locomotive Sunshine or something. What Sunshine Locomotive? What was it? Oh, Sunflower. Sunflower.
Locomotive Sunflower is a tune of mine.
Oh,
But it's
how do you
also-
called the band that?
Okay.
That time around.
Good idea.
Cloud Harvest. Yeah, but you'll find Hesh in here with Abacha, with the Pyramids. You do Sackamore's book, band rather, and you gotta chase Darren around with the Balkan bands and now the reggae bands all across Europe. Yeah, Hesh makes a lot of trips across Europe too. So get your plane tickets now before we really don't feel like we should travel. Okay, here they are. Thank you for being here.
That's named after a town in New Jersey called Hackensack, where they recorded a lot of really beautiful records, including by that composer, Thelonious Monk. And we're going to go on with another Thelonious Monk tune that I think I have to tap this thing to get to. I think this is one of those ones that's something else spelled backwards, but I don't know. I know if you spell it backwards, it's Lenore.
Oh, yeah, it is a little.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
I've heard that before, yeah.
Okay. Aaron L.
I've heard it before.
Lenore or Aranel. We don't have a lot of time, you guys. Let's play a good one then. We're gonna do a good one now. What's on the list? Oh, that one. Is that okay? If we just take the tempo a little different? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so if you stuck around from earlier, we were talking about how Thelonious Monk and Billy Strayhorn are at the top of the list of, I'll use I statements, my favorite composers. And apparently Darren likes them a little bit too. And so that was a little Monk package. Now we're going to put a little Strayhorn package together for you. This one's called Upper Manhattan Medical Group.
Wherever you like it, that's the beauty of this thing.
Play the head stomp. And then, yeah. Play the head.
This next number, also by composer Billy Strayhorn, has been in the news as of this week. So you may recognize the title of this from watching the international news. And I think in the time of the Ellington Band's trip and their time abroad that inspired a work of music called the Far East Suite. It was perhaps a slightly different landscape than we're experiencing today. But this one's called Isfahan.
It's called The Elf, and he had to change the title to make it fit with the suite.
Oh,
It was written before the tour. Yeah.
All right.
He changed it.
There you go.
So,
All right. Has nothing to do with this one.
kind of a little bit. But yes, it does. So. And they were there.
They were there.
Yeah.
They were out.
Yeah, it was a State Department funded tour.
Exactly. Catching all that on the internet?
Back when the United States government used to fund artists to travel the world to spread goodwill, Duke Ellington's orchestra, which is one of the finest exports that you can have from America, traveled the world on our dime, on our behalf, and was in what's now called Iran.
Oh, do you need a chart for that? You want the real chart? Do you care? There you go. Big nose.
always check with the boss. Do we have time for one more special song?
I would say yeah.
Would you? Only because it's 3 times special?
Yeah, I would have to say, ladies and gentlemen, they're in overtime. That's time and a half.
Okay.
We got the solo bass set coming up too.
That's right. We got some makeup time coming.
Carry on.
All right, we are gonna do one more, and I know Darren's got to run too, so we'll make it short and sweet. But you're gonna want to hear this. This is
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's an old timey song.
so good.
Look over your shoulder. Put it where you want it. But if I miss a chord, just play the riff.
1625 something up front.
Okay.
1, 6, 2. When I grow too old to dream, I'll have you to remember. And when I grow too old to dream, your love will live in my heart. Oh, so kiss me, my sweet, and so let us part. And when I grow too old to dream, your love will live in my heart. my sweet. And so let us part. And when I grow too old to dream, your love will live in my heart. Oh, your love will live in my heart.
Words to live by right there. Words to live by. Darren Johnston. Heshima, Mark Williams. My name's Scott. You can come back next month if you care to. Eric's going to tell you all about how the rest of the stuff works here. It's going to be a short little speech that he...
All right. So that was the Scott Foster Trio. There's Scott Foster on guitar, Darren Johnston on trumpet, and Heshima Mark Williams on bass. Yeah, thank you all for coming out. Glad you enjoyed it. No late show tonight. That one got canceled due to illness, but we'll reschedule. It's going to be great. Brett Carson, a wonderful piano player, had something called the Substandard Quartet. He was going to play lesser worked out standards or something. Anyway, with a great band, but they'll reschedule once everybody's healthy. Tomorrow we have a show at 7:30. That is the Saul Sierra quartet. So Saul is a bass player, Latin jazz bass player largely, and he's got Marco Diaz on trumpet and piano. He's got two percussionists, Akio Mister and Julio Perez, I believe. Perez.
All on this stage?
Four of them, yeah, it's going to be marvelous. Yeah, really, really wonderful quartet there. So that's on the Latin side. That's tomorrow at 7:30. And on Sunday afternoon, we have the wonderful Vince Latiano brings his trio in here on the third Sunday of every month. He also brings the trio back on the last Sunday of the month for a jam session. So catch that. And you can catch the video high up in our featured videos that was cobbled together by the great Tom Massage back there, our sound man extraordinaire, who deserves a round of applause. Yes, Vince doing something called the Twist Royale. You got to check it out. Okay, thank you for being here. Keep coming back. Thank you for supporting the music.
We'd be remiss if we not give props to
20 blah blah years of
Okay, I'm taking this up to count it, but you can find me if you